So we're asked to say all the values for x that would make this expression be positive, be greater than 0. So with a quadratic, you always look at the sign of the number that's next to x squared. Okay? Look, it's a negative sign. That's the number. That's the sign to the left. That means it's going to make an N shape like this. We don't know exactly where it crosses the x-axis. We can figure that out later, but at least we know the shape of this graph. And we're asked for where this is greater than 0. Look, if it said less than 0, you're interested in this area, this part of the graph. So I'd say negative infinity to, let's say this is -2. That would be our solution, right? They're asking for where it's greater than 0. So that means we're interested in this part of the graph. That's the solution region because that's where it is positive. The y values coming out of this are positive. Okay, so that's just a graphical representation of what we're looking for. We really want to know where it crosses so we can identify the correct interval. So set this equation equal to 0. If you do that, you're acting like it's a y equals something equation, and you're finding out where the y equals 0 points are. So in other words, where it crosses the x-axis. So to do that, I usually like to look at quadratics with the leading term as positive. So let's move all terms over to the other side of the equation. I'm going to add x squared. I subtract that 4x, and I subtract the 21. Look, I subtracted 4x from both sides of the equation. That's how I moved that over. I subtracted the 21 from both sides. And then to get negative x squared, I added x squared. That was the whole point, so that I have a positive x squared. So I just moved everything to the right side. It doesn't matter if the equals is on the left or the right, because now I don't have to do the longer method of factoring. I want to try to find two numbers that multiply to be -21, but add up to be -4. So -7 and 3, -7 times 3, that makes -21. -7 plus 3, that makes -4. So that's our pair. So you want to rewrite using that pair that you found. This is the quicker method of factoring, right? Because my leading term is a +1. And then to find out where this equals 0, you just have to set each factored piece equal to 0 and solve. So if you do that, you get x is 7 and x is -3. So it's going to cross at -3 and at +7. So this graph crosses at -3 and +7, has this shape. So where is it greater than 0? It's between these two values. It's between -3 and 7. And note that I used parentheses. Look, if it looked like this, I would say bracket -3 to 7. Subtle but important difference.